Good morning and welcome to Wake Up Call. I'm Keely McCormick.
And I'm Malik Jackson. We have a packed show for you today. We, of course, have a lot of news for you. Suspicious package, Jared Kushner, security clearance.
That's right, and we have two very important interviews for you guys.
Yeah, one about the One Day, One KU, and then a Rock Chalk Review, which is this week.
That's
Such
right.
a big thing here at KU. So a lot of show for you today, but let's get started, of course, with the news. According to sources close to the special counsel investigation into the Trump campaign, investigators are now looking into why Donald Trump ran for president. According to these sources, witnesses have been asked in wide-ranging interviews about the decision, including potentially compromising information the Russians had on then-candidate Trump. As this unravels, we will, of course, have the latest information for you right here on Wake Up Call.
And after a suspicious package was delivered and opened at a joint base in Fort Myer Henderson Hall in Arlington, Virginia, 11 people have fallen ill, 3 of which were transported to a local hospital. The text of the letter had derogatory and ranting language. Officials didn't say more besides this is an ongoing investigation.
Wow, huge there. Big news out of the White House. Yesterday, Donald Trump's senior advisor and son-in-law, Jared Kushner, was stripped of his security clearance, according to CNN. Kushner had an intern security clearance since the beginning of the presidency, and as of last week, Chief of Staff John Kelly had revoked most of those. The White House has not commented on the CNN report. Now, these changes are happening because of the Rob Porter scandal that, by all accusations, was mishandled.
Just a few short weeks after a gunman opened fire at a Florida high school, killing 17, the president on Monday at a meeting attended by the state's governors said that if he was the officer outside of Midgery Stone Man Douglas High School, he would have went in to confront the gunman even if he didn't have a gun. This follows the president saying he was for raising the age to buy an assault rifle from 18 to 21. And he believes putting guns in the hands of teachers is a viable option to prevent future school shootings in America.
All right, and as Trump takes his stance, more and more facts are coming out about that day at Stoneman Douglas High School. We now know that the SRO and 3 other Broward County officers did not enter the school when the gunshots were first reported. The SRO has resigned from his position at the school and the police department, and several other officers have been put on administrative leave. Now, this follows an intense week for Broward County Sheriff Scott Israel, who many people say should resign after it was revealed that the police department got 25 plus phone calls on the shooter, but nothing was done.
And First Lady Melania Trump recently gave a speech regarding the challenges children now face due to social media. In her speech, she called for adults to take the lead to encourage children to develop positive habits with social media and technology. Melania is now receiving negative feedback from this speech on Twitter, with tweets such as, quote, "She is calling for parents to limit kids on their social media. She should start with Donald Trump." Despite the negative responses, some people did see the positive aspect of Melania's speech and said that it was beneficial that she's implementing healthy social media habits in America's youth.
Alrighty, and after the break, we have an interview about the upcoming event here at KU. You don't want to miss it, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, and welcome back to Wake Up Call. I'm joined now by Ethan Packle, who is involved in Rock Chalk Revue, which is coming up. How are you doing today?
Great, how are you?
Good, I'm doing fantastic. Yeah. Although it's a little rainy outside. Yesterday was kind of nice.
A little foggy. But
so tell everyone out there that's watching, what is Rock Chalk Revue?
So Rock Chalk Revue is basically a philanthropy event that's put on throughout the entire Greek system. It's a theater event that's held in the Leeds Center every year. It's always very popular. It's really big among the alumni. It sells out just about every year. And basically each Greek fraternity or sorority elects 3 directors to put forward to a committee of executive directors who have directed before a script or a plot of what they plan to perform.
Okay.
And a sample of a song. Most houses will create an original song to present. And then from that, the committee will choose 5 fraternities and 5 sororities to actually go up and compete against the other fraternities and sororities in front of a bunch of alumni and former students who come back to watch these plays. So what will happen then is these fraternities and sororities will partner up based on this system, and once they're chosen, they're able to more fully flesh out their plot, work on a couple more songs, and then eventually, after a lot of hard work and hours and hours and hours of practice, they get to perform these in the Lead Center in front of all these people. And it's friendly competition for a good cause. It's all for charity, and it gets people involved in the broader campus as a whole. And allows people, to make connections among the Greek community and among the greater community, and it's just all around a good charitable event.
So your group, did you guys get selected?
We did, yeah.
Okay, so can you give us any hints on what you guys will be doing, or what you guys' greater role in this?
Yeah, so our production is called Toolbox, and basically what the general role of our plot is, we're all tools working on the renovation of Memorial Stadium, and the contractor who's in charge of us basically gets this job, and he's really excited, but our toolbox is divided because about half of us are nails and about half of us are screws, and we don't exactly get along. We have different personalities, so we'll have to wait and see if that plot gets resolved.
Are you a nail or a screw?
I'm a screw.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you're rooting for the screws. Or will it all come together at the end, or is that just too much
Well, we'll see.
information?
We'll see. We still have to find out. We're not sure
So you
yet.
can't tell us, give us a hint, maybe?
No, I just got to say there's a lot of conflict, and the plot fleshes that out very well. So, yeah.
So this is at the Lead Center, right?
Yes.
And when is it?
So it starts tomorrow on Thursday, and that'll be continued Friday and Saturday. Every night starts at 7:30, and you can find tickets online at the Lead Center website.
So it's a 3-night event, and a
Yes.
different group goes each night?
Each group will perform their show each night, beginning at 7:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then who decides who wins? The board that's been elected, or no?
Yeah, the board will, and then there's also People's Choice. There's a whole lot of stuff that goes into deciding who wins.
So is there a prize for the winner, or a certain donation amount that
Yeah.
they get versus the others?
So the winner of the play, each group, each partner paired gets to elect a charity that they'd like to donate to, and that's what we're performing for. That's the reason we're competing, is to benefit a good cause. So it's all in good spirit, and we're really excited to hopefully be able to create some good in the community.
So what charity is your group going for?
I'm not sure, actually. Yeah, I'd have to ask the directors.
All right.
But
Well, Ethan Packle, thank you for joining. Anything else you'd like to add?
just come see the show. It's going to be great. Some of these directors really have put in just endless, countless, tireless hours for this show. There's a lot more that goes into it than meets the eye, but I guarantee you every show is going to be great.
And it'll be worth it?
Yeah.
All right, that's this Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Yeah, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday starts at 7:30 at night. Each show will be performing their performance every single one of these nights.
Okay, thank you, Ethan Packle.
Yeah,
Make
thank
sure you
you.
go check that out. And stay tuned because we have a packed show. Weekend Reviews up next. We'll be right back.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
And welcome back. Well, that was a nice interview with the Rock Chalk
Yes,
Revue.
it is. Are you going to go check it out?
I think I am. It sounds pretty interesting, especially his script. That sounds like it'd be a good show.
Did that's her sorority, did they get selected?
We did not. I know they worked really hard to put together a script and try out, but we did not make it in, sadly.
Well, that's so unfortunate. But, of course, we will check that out. And best of luck. And at the end of the day, however much fun it is, whatever they choose to do, it's for a good cause, and that's what
right.
we love to see. Now time for Weekend Review, stories that matter to you but aren't necessarily at the top of the news. We start off with an FBI investigation that is rocking college basketball. The investigation centers around players receiving improper benefits in some top programs. Players have been mentioned, including Duke, Michigan State, and yes, KU. Now, there has been no charges levied or accusations of wrongdoing by the universities. As this story develops, we will, of course, keep you updated.
And over the weekend, the 2018 Winter Olympics concluded in South Korea. The United States finished fourth in the medal count behind first place Norway, followed by Germany and Canada.
Ooh, alrighty. Just when you thought Black Panther couldn't do any better, well, let me tell you, the movie finished first in the U.S. for the second straight week and continued to rack up the big bucks, pulling in a staggering $700 million worldwide.
Wow, pretty impressive. And another one bites the dust. Well, maybe or maybe not. One day after Variety put out an account detailing sexual harassment by Ryan Seacrest by one woman, the star has come out and fully denied it, finishing up by saying, "Put the matter to rest."
Oh, wow. And finally, you want to talk about the money? Well, listen to this. Disney CEO Bob Iger announced that the company will be investing $2.5 billion in Disneyland Paris. The new improvements would include Frozen, Marvel, and Star Wars.
Wow.
Wow, $2.5 billion.
That's a
Only
lot
if
of
I just
money.
had like a
Just a little bit of that.
Just like, 1/16 of that.
That'd be nice.
My life might change a little bit.
Well, moving on to sports, coming off of winning the Big 12 tournament for what? How many years?
The 14th year in a row.
Pretty impressive. Jayhawk Nation honored seniors Devontae Graham, Steve Mikhailuk, and Clay Young as they played their last game at Allen Fieldhouse on Monday night. The game was against the Texas Longhorns, and the seniors were able to pull out a win for their final game with an 80-70 finish. The seniors gave speeches at the ceremony after the game, and it got pretty emotional, especially for Devontae Graham. So let's take a look at that.
And Coach Self, I don't even know where to start, man. Everybody talk about how I'm such a good leader.
Were you there?
I wasn't, but I was definitely watching at home, and I shed a tear or two.
Yeah, I didn't cry, but I was like, oh man, I really wish he could stay another year. Because as the coach introduced him, he is more than just a player for the KU basketball team. He's a fixture in this community. If you ever see him out, he's one of the most nice, genuine people you ever meet.
He really is.
We're losing more than just a basketball player.
That's right.
Anything else? Sweet, Clay?
I like them, but Devontae's my favorite.
What a person, what a person. We'll miss all three of them. All right, moving along. KU baseball played Omaha on Monday afternoon, finishing with a 6-2 win at Hoagland Park. Kansas junior Blake Goldsberry allowed one hit over the 6 2/3 innings he pitched. Plus, he struck out 5 and walked none. Good job, buddy. KU will play Texas Southern beginning at 3 p.m. on Friday at Hoagland Ballpark.
So we'll be sure to make it out there. And moving on, back to a little more newsy. 2016 was the most lethal year of the drug overdose epidemic. More than 63,600 lives were lost to overdoses. The majority of these deaths involved opioids, 66% to be exact. And they now kill more people than breast cancer. This increase has been detrimental to people's health, and it is important that awareness is raised to help prevent this issue to continue to increase in America.
Yeah, that is so important, so important. And after the break, we will be back with some good positive news and another interview. So stay tuned.
welcome back once again. Now I'm here with Celine Helton, one of my very good friends and an employee of the KU Endowment Center. All right, so Celine, can you tell me what exactly your job is at the Endowment Center?
So at the Endowment Center, I reach out to alumni, help get them reconnected back with KU, let them know a little bit about things that are going on, and then ask them to get involved with our programs here at KU. And that's really how we make a lot of the money for all the student programs here at KU.
Okay, so I know last week there was a big event called One Day, One KU. Can you tell me more about that?
So the reason why we had it last week on the 20th was that 155 years ago on that day, a Kansas governor signed a bill that would locate KU here in Lawrence, and that bill only passed by just one vote, which was a really big deal.
Wow.
And so the idea with that was kind of that one vote really made a difference in the lives of all the Jayhawks here, so that one gift could really do the same. So if it's anywhere from thousands of dollars to just $20, it really does add up. And we made over $730,000 in just 24 hours,
Oh, wow.
so it was a big deal.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. That's a lot of money for a short amount of time. But this One Day, One KU was on a snow day, so how do you think that affected the amount of money you guys raised?
Well, we were supposed to have like tables out on Wesco Beach and giving a lot of free stuff away, but I still think it was a huge success, and we really hope that next year, hopefully it won't be a snow day, and we'll see how that adds up.
Yeah, so were there any other events that went into One Day KU besides, I know you obviously couldn't be outside tabling because it was frigid, but anything else besides calling the donors?
Not really. It was just, this was the first year we've ever done it. So next year I think that we're going to be able to add a lot more different aspects into it, but this year was just kind of a trial year. So
Interesting. So what did you say when you called the donors? Give us your little spiel.
well, you'll ask like, "Hi, can I talk to Miss McCormick?" And they'll be like, "This is her." Then you explain that I explain that I'm a student here at KU, and just show some areas where we do need the money, like student scholarships or maybe funding for a program that they were really involved in during their time here at KU. So you kind of can create a little connection and then ask them to give towards it, and more than likely they really will because they really want to help out.
Okay, cool. So on an average day, not One Day, One KU, that's a special day, but a normal day at work, how many people would you say like listen to you and engage and actually end up donating?
It's kind of hard for people to answer, but when people do answer, they really do want to hear about what's going on here at KU, and they love talking about their experience here. I've hardly talked to any alumni that haven't enjoyed their experience here, so it's really encouraging as a Jayhawk to listen to so many alumni that really still love KU and really want to get back towards it.
Yeah, that's definitely awesome to hear. Hopefully when I'm an alumni making a lot of money, I can donate to the studio here.
Right, when you're famous.
Yeah, when I'm famous. We'll see how that goes. All right, Celine, anything else you'd like to add for us?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us. And after the break, we'll be back with some good news, so stay tuned.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome
Let me
back.
ask
Well,
you a
coming off
question.
of that good news, we've got some more good news. It's important to remember not all heroes wear capes. A group of high school basketball players are being called heroes after they saved a family from a house fire in Texas. A few teammates were driving home from a playoff win when they noticed flames coming from a home in a suburb of North Dallas. The boys called 911, then decided to go into the house to help the family get out. The couple inside, their 2 sons, and the pets all got out safely due to the bravery of these young men.
All right, that's good, and we have double the news for you today. Good news. A 12-year-old girl by the name of Amy Martinez was just walking to school in her Santa Ana, California neighborhood when a woman grabbed the 12-year-old and wouldn't let go. Martinez got the attention of a good Samaritan who played as Amy's mother to get the 12-year-old girl released from the woman's grasp. She then took her to the school and called the police. The woman has been arrested, and Amy says she considers the anonymous woman her hero.
Wow, well, it's good. We love hearing stories like that. Good positive news. Keep it flowing. But sadly, that's all the news we have for you guys today. So we'll see you right back here next Wednesday morning. I'm Keely McCormick.
And I'm Malik Jackson.